Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I'm back. Have you made it back all the way from Shrimpgate? Did you survive the Shrimpgate revival? I know I just barely did, besties, and I'm hoping that we don't revisit any of these iconic Lynn moments, because you know, I've already lived that history once. I don't need to do it again. But we do have a brand new vlog today from Amberlynn Reed, which I'm so excited to watch today. I'm very pleased, thrilled. Can't wait. I can't wait. Although I do have a lot of questions. So, the video is called Starting a New Diet and Cancer Stole Something From Me. Bar vlog. And actually the questions that I have are primarily due to like the starting a new diet part of that title because bestie, what do you mean? What kind of new diet are we starting? Like, are you not in consultation with the weight loss surgeon's office situation type of deal? Do they not already have a suggested plan that you should be following? Like, unless it's something new from the doctor, like, what are we doing? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what we'll find out. But let's not hesitate because I got limited time, besties. So let's just get to, shall we?
Hello. So
hi.
Remember yesterday, last night I had a massive anxiety attack. My eyes are still swollen from that. Face still red from that.
I hate to tell you, bestie. But what do you think I'm gonna tell her? What do you think I'm gonna tell her? He doesn't give a shit. Potato doesn't give a shit. But bestie, you look the same as you always do.
I do have some cameos that I want to film today.
Not the cameos. Did y'all see her cameo cost $67? Could you imagine paying her $67 to say something to ya? Like, that is, I mean, listen, mine are $15, and I'm sure some people think that's too much. But $67 for what? I would like to see what those look like, bestie. I really would. It's also giving very much, do y'all remember when she had, what was it, a Patreon? And she charged like some random number. It was like $77 just because. Like, it's also giving very weird that energy. Like, why is it not just around like 65 or 70? Why the 67? Anyways, I digress.
And I want to be wearing makeup for it. It's just... ugh,
it's just what?
Irritated, but you know what?
What?
Work comes first. Cleans making something.
When has work ever come first for you, girly? When? Let me know when.
But I wanted to show you guys
this chest piece moment.
I had a little Amazon haul.
Okay, yes.
This does fit.
I love it.
It does.
I do actually really like this like fun little snake print moment on her.
Let me get you guys closer.
I
was worried.
We're back to just the random chest piece shots. we really are. The just random angles of her boobulas. I mean, more power to you, girl. I just think it's a weird camera angle to choose in this moment.
Isn't gonna fit me, but it does.
Work.
Oh,
what
she's
is
sliding.
She's up.
Oh my gosh.
Work always comes first. That's why Amberlynn does such great camera work for her vlogging channel.
That was gonna happen. Feline actually just bought a bunch of clothes and gave me a little modeling set.
Oh, cute.
Here's my modeling sesh for you guys.
Look at this. Look at this living room. What is happening on that couch? Listen, let me not let her accuse me of home shaming her, but I'm curious about what's happening back there behind ya.
She fits good. So if you guys are, you know, shaped like me, because I know some of you are.
Can't say that I relate.
Just type in on Amazon 6X maxi dress, and there's tons of colors, designs, a lot of floral, which is not my jam. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Since when was floral not her jam? Why is she just coming out here telling all these lies? How many things have we seen her wear where she's wearing floral?
Also, because I was supposed to get another maxi dress, and I didn't get it in the shipment yesterday, but
you got it today.
I think we got her, folks.
Yes, let's fucking go.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
and it's the same brand that I'm
Amberlynn and polka dots, groundbreaking.
Wearing now. So I just got a polka dotted one. They're super comfy. And then I also got
what is this?
2 controllers for the Switch because the other one that we have broke.
She got the high quality knockoff Switch controllers. Listen, bestie, when it comes to thing like Nintendo accessories, it's best to just invest in like the name brand situation type of deals, because whatever this knockoff Switch controller situation type of deal is, probably a waste of money. I'm guessing just from my own experience and what I know about Switch controllers, you should have probably just invested in some nice Nintendo brand Switch controllers or like a Pro controller or some situation type of deal like that.
I realized, you know what? I want one too. Because I just used the controller that came with the Switch. So I just got 2 of these, which I highly recommend.
Do you? Wait,
It broke because it fell, by the way.
Oh, like you've had this before. You've had this exact controller before. I see.
But these look so cool once they're lit up. Like, you can literally change the color of your Switch controller.
Oh, I do remember her getting one of these controllers for wifey or something like that. I do recall now.
So I forgot to show you guys, but I don't know if you remember this gift I got from Pink Sparkles. I kind of want to figure out where she got that and get more. So we are about to play.
Aren't you like besties with her? Could you just ask her where she got it from? What do you mean have to figure it out? Have you just like not talked to her since then?
Alright, so it is now nighttime, and I just wanted to show you guys what these look like in the dark. I don't know, I'm just like low-key obsessed.
Oh, the next day. Thank God we're out of Switch controller content.
Hello. So today has been a busy day. I had an appointment, some errands to run, and then we had to come get Twinkie because she had an vet appointment.
So busy, and so far 5 minutes into this vlog. I mean, I know this is a different day, but she was so busy today, and yet the content we've gotten is her opening up some Amazon packages and showing us all the fun colors on her Switch controller.
And that went really well. It was just like her checkup to get shots. You guys know how that goes.
Sure.
She's in her target goal weight, so I'm so proud of her. The little baby. Oh, I also had a dietitian appointment. So
okay, work.
My dietitian appointments.
Okay, here's the new diet. Is this the new diet moment? Is this where we're getting? Also, Poe is being so distracting to me, and I know if he's being distracting to me, that means that whatever he's been doing back there is surely distracting to y'all. So let me just let him get settled. Although, let's be honest, I'm sure the distractions from him, like, I'm positive nobody has an issue with it, because I get comments all the time that people love watching him do whatever it is he does back there. But he's just making so much noise today, I can't focus on what Miss Amberlynn is doing. I need to hear about this new diet.
Are gonna be, like, once a month, check-ins, but this one was more so because I needed a little bit more guidance and instruction, like, goals, and so I wanted to share with you guys the goals that my dietitian gave me, and I'm not gonna lie, they kind of shocked me, because we're all so used to like all these stories, especially like on TV, like Dr. Now, like they only get to eat like 1,200 calories. It's crazy.
I am so irritated with her. I mean, I think all she's saying here, like, I don't think she's trying to do the same comparison stuff that she does sometimes in her other videos, right? Like, literally in the one we just watched where she was comparing herself to skinny mukbangers and people who smoke cigarettes. But I do get irritated that this is not the first time. I don't know why she continues to act surprised that her program is different than the program she sees on TV. Even though she sat and lectured us time and time again that, like, you know, everything you see on TV is not the same as, like, what people experience in real life, this, that, the other. Like, why are we still acting brand new? Yeah, you're not going to Dr. Now. That's why you're not having the Dr. Now experience. If you wanted the Dr. Now experience, you surely probably could have gone and gotten it, but, like, you're going to whoever you're going to. So, yeah, you're probably not having the same experience, are you? Because, like you said, literally just in all of your most recent videos, every program is different, every doctor is different, every individual is different, and what every individual needs is different. So, like, stop acting brand new, please. Can we please just stop doing all that?
So, you know, that's what a lot of people assume the journey to weight loss surgery is like, but it's not like that at all. Like, at all in any sort of way. So, I do want to share... I
do know that you're the expert on it, though, so let me just be quiet, because I know you're here to educate me, because you met with your dietitian, so now you're dietitian Len and the expert, so let's go.
So, first things first is, these are just, like, goals to aim for. 30 grams of fiber, which I've never really tracked my fiber before, so I have no idea how much fiber I am currently eating. 85 grams of fat. That seems like a lot, but I also don't know how much I'm eating. I do know, like, in the past when I try to, like, restrict a lot, when I'm eating, like, 1,500 or something, I notice that I eat probably, like, 23 grams or, like, 25 grams of fat. So, 85 grams seems like a lot, especially for, like...
Is this a new diet, or is this just goals? I'm very confused. I'm very confused on what we're doing here.
Maybe that's how much I eat on a daily basis, so it's going to be very interesting to, like, track that and see how much I really am eating. The next one is 100 grams of protein, which is a lot, but it's super easy to do. Like, one chicken breast has, like, 20...
I love every time that it comes on and talks about, like, a diet or, like, nutrition or anything like that. She's always like, it's super easy to do. This is super easy to do. And I'm just like, I don't feel like probably not. Because if it was, you would have done it already, you know? Like, that's no shade or judgment. I'm just saying, like, I think that if this was all super easy to do, you would have been doing it. That's just my thoughts.
Shake, which is only like 160 calories, that has 30. I feel like protein is easier to get in than what people make it seem to be. Grammar? I don't know. Is that grammar?
Well, listen. Now is not the time to start worrying about grammar. That time has passed. That ship sailed.
The next one is carb intake. So this one and the calories took me by surprise. But you know what? Their program is amazing. One of the best programs in the country. Oh, it's amazing now. It's amazing now. It wasn't amazing back when they told you had to wait a year. It wasn't amazing then. So, here for it, there for it, listening. 190 grams to 220 grams. Okay, work. So, that's obviously not really a low-carb diet, definitely not keto. And then calories. Who said it would be? Who said it would be? It's 2,200 to 2,500. So, over 2,000. So... Bestie, I know that's going to still have you at a deficit, though, TBH, because, like, I know when I've gone and filled out the little TDE calculator for myself, it's, like, to maintain where I'm at. Like, currently with my weight is about maybe 2,200 is the high amount of, like, if I want to maintain the weight I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a 6'2", like 240-pound human being, okay? So I would imagine that would put you at a deficit still. 2,500 calories is a lot, but I am putting all control. I am putting everything I've ever thought about weight loss, all of that in the trash, and I'm throwing the trash out. Well, good. Heaven forbid you finally start fucking listening to a professional. Like,
Let's just see how long you listen to this professional is really the tea. Like, let's see how long that goes. I'll also say I find it very interesting that we are talking about all of this when, like, I think the video before the Shrimpgate video, she was talking about how, like, you know, she doesn't want to share what she's eating and her food and things like that. I guess I'm really just saying all of that is, like, obviously share what you want, but I'm having a hard time drawing the line on, like, figuring out what Amberlynn'S personal boundary is with, like, sharing her food, her diet, things about her weight loss. Like, I don't know where that line is, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Following what they want me to do, and that is how it's going to be.
Good.
I
yes.
don't understand it per se, because obviously when you think about weight loss surgery and the journey to getting there and all that, like, you think of small dainty portions. And I know a lot of you think that way too, because that's what I've seen. I show some of my meals and you guys think it's like a massive meal. Like, I recently showed an omelet that...
I don't think anything I've seen you eat in recent history, which, like, this omelet specifically that you're about to reference, I did not think that was a massive amount of food. I mean, maybe other people did, but that was not the thought I had.
It was just 2 eggs, and people thought it was more than that. I don't I don't understand. People are like, that omelet's too big.
I mean, you need to just focus on listening to the old dietitian that just gave you all this direction and stop worrying about what people in your comments are saying, bestie, TBH.
I'm like, it's 2 eggs and some jalapenos. Like, let's calm down. But knowing that I can have more than that for breakfast, it's kind of freeing. But it also puts me in, like, a weird headspace of, like, how I used to be. Feeling like, oh, now I have the option to, like, eat a lot. Because I did feel in the last few weeks especially that I wasn't doing something right. And I think that's why I requested more of a guidance to what I should be eating and how much. Because I feel a little gaslit, and I don't want to, like, I hate to express how I feel. People think
the old I feel gaslit. Girl, just listen to your doctors, listen to your dietitian. You're only feeling gaslit again. Like, this is why we always revisit this, because I have a feeling she's about to say, like, I'm feeling gaslit by what the people in my comments say, because she's already been talking about, you know, like, even with that omelet, how people were telling her it was too much or this, that, the other. Literally, I have never been to a person on YouTube, on social media, anywhere, let alone Amberlynn Reed, where people's food was not picked apart and, like, where they didn't have something to say about somebody's food. So, you know, expecting that to stop happening in the comments is probably not going to happen, and you especially know this about your comment section. So I don't know why we continue to spend so much time doing that, let alone, like, I think it's clear at this point she's back in her reaction channel era where she's watching all of us again, okay? Because, like, I've seen multiple reports of, like, her reaching out to people in the DMs, and maybe myself included, and she included that clip of Alex's shook. It's just, like, not that I'm over here picking apart what she's eating, like, right? But, like, I'm just saying, like, reaction channels, people commenting on her videos, people commenting on Instagram, whoever, whatever, they're all gonna keep doing that. So, like, you need to shift your focus to just doing what your dietitian tells you to do and being happy with knowing that you're doing the right thing.
It's just a lot of people, every time I show something I'm eating or, like, what I'm doing, people are like, you're doing it wrong.
Well,
I'm not, though.
Okay, then if you're not doing it wrong, why do you care? Why do you care? Why, if you know you're right, why do you care? That is my question. Sorry, I shouldn't yell. Like, hold yourself together, Zachary. But, like, I'm so serious about that. I'm so serious. Like, what insecurities of yours are those comments poking at that make you feel like you're not doing it right? Because if you're doing it right and you're not in the wrong, then what do you care if random Joe Schmo stranger in the comments thinks you're eating too many eggs?
And that just becomes frustrating because I follow the instructions that are given to me, and I'm doing...
Then you're doing what you need to do.
What they tell me to do, and then, like, hundreds of people tell me I'm doing something wrong. It's just hard. It's hard to share your journey because everyone thinks that they have the right answer. The right answer is my weight loss clinic. So
Exactly. My lips are chapped from yelling, but exactly.
Just keep listening to them and believe in them because I know what they're telling me is the right thing, and I have to ignore the fear, ignore what I used to think about weight loss, and all that, and just do what they tell me to do.
Amen,
so
sister.
There is an app that my dietitian wants me to use to like calculate all of this. It's an app that she says that a lot of weight loss patients use, or weight loss surgery patients, especially after surgery. So she wants me to use it now beforehand, so I'm going to do that, set my goals.
What is it?
I just
What's
really
the
wanted
app?
to give that update because, you know, it was important to me that you guys know majority of this journey and the things that I need to do.
I feel like she thinks that by telling us all this, that, like, she is now not going to get any more comments. And I just, like, hate to tell her, but there's always going to be somebody that has some kind of issue with the food she eats. And she could be eating everything 100% perfectly. I'm just telling ya. Food is just one of those things that people feel the need to comment on like they know everything. I'm just saying.
It holds me accountable. There are other people out there who want to also get weight loss surgery. And I just feel like there's too much of the wrong thing out there. And not enough of like, this is the real journey. The real journey of someone who's trying to get it.
What exactly is the wrong thing? What exactly are you calling the wrong thing? Like the My 600 Pound Life, the 1,000 Pound Sisters, the 1,000 Pound Besties? Are you saying that's the wrong thing? Because I do just want to remind you something that you said, which is every program's different. So, yeah, I mean, as an avid fan of reality TV, and those shows included, like, there are definitely things that are dramatized and exaggerated for the television, but, like, at the end of it all, like, a lot of the aspects of that are still based in, like, reality and truth, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just so confused, and I'm also confused because at one time that was, like, what you wanted, you know? You wanted that experience.
If this isn't for a TV show, I ain't going to Mexico.
Okay,
this is just
good for you.
Real journey, and it's not as crazy restrictive right now. Okay, you guys, my desk is currently going down.
This fucking stand-up desk. I'm so sick of it. I think the thing that still mostly annoys me about it is that the only thing she actually utilizes it for is to get underneath of it to go sit down behind it. And that could all be resolved if she just positioned her desk in a way in the office that she could get behind the desk without lifting and lowering it every time she went to use it. It's so stupid.
You hear, that's what you hear.
And, like, also, why wouldn't you just wait to start filming until after the desk was already in the position it needed to be? Because that also confuses me.
Let's do a P.O. Box moment.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay, so the first thing is this bag. Very little.
Is it another dildo? Please let it be another dildo. Please let it be another fleshy, lifelike dildo. Would love.
Yes, there is.
I feel like it's not.
So this is from Hannah Home Collection. Okay, so let's open what's in here.
Okay.
I already know based on her letter.
I'm sure it's a candle or something.
We're gonna surprise you guys. You know what is so crazy? My mom, for Christmas, got Feline something that is like almost identical to this.
This isn't a dildo. I'm disappointed. I mean, maybe you could use it for something similar, but like... Move on. Boring. Next.
So this is a rose quartz tree.
Hate it.
I think this is so beautiful, and I honestly...
When I say hate it, I mean not for me. Next.
So next we have this little bag.
It's too little to be a dildo.
A little bullet journal. All right. I love a bullet journal.
A bullet journal? She hasn't even shown us the bullet journal she started at the beginning of the year. What makes you think she needs another? What makes you think she needs another? Although, to be fair, she did say she was going to keep filling it out, but not show it on camera. But I find that hard to believe because half of it was about binging and things like that, and she claims she doesn't do that anymore. So, like, what is she filling out?
Letter. So I don't know who to thank, but someone sent me this really cute bullet journal.
What does it say?
And if you guys know, bullet journal is just a bunch of dotted pages.
I do, but what does...
But I love
what does it say on the front?
I think gifts like the...
Oh. Wait, why? It's bullet journal, but the L's are, like, not there. Why is it like that? Why can't you read the L's? Because it looks like bullet journal. Like maybe a French person sent it. That's not French. Or maybe it is French. We got
should have had the light on the whole time. Sorry. I don't even know if it made a difference or not. But
it sure didn't. You look the same as you always do.
The final thing we are going to do is we're going to, I don't understand what that was. I'm about to be interviewed by you. That's
the whole rest of this video. She said the final thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna be interviewed by you. We're at 13 minutes and 16 seconds. This video is 24 minutes long. You're telling me you got 11 minutes of you being interviewed by us, and it's probably some boring-ass, non-juicy questions?
Hey Amber, I've been with you for a long time.
Okay.
I've been watching your videos for a very long time, like years. I have always stood up for you.
Why does this voice sound familiar to me? Why does this voice sound... Actually, honestly, I'm probably making this up, and she could let me know. But this sounds a lot like a person in my Twitch chat called Thick Goddess. I played Fortnite with her a couple times. And, like, she also used to stream on Twitch as well, and it just sounds kind of like her name, or her voice a little bit. I'm probably so off on that. It's probably definitely not her, but that's what it's giving me.
I am, like, rooting for you, love you, you're a queen.
No, actually, it doesn't sound like her at all. Not because, I'm sure that Goddess is rooting for Amberlynn, not because of what she just said, but now I'm second guessing it doesn't really sound like her voice anymore.
It couldn't be any more different, but I just love your videos. People who say you're not entertaining, I have a message for y'all. Why are you watching her videos? She's hella entertaining.
Is this fucking 30 seconds or less? Has this been 30 seconds or less? Let's keep it moving. Where's the question?
Oh, okay, love you. My 30 seconds is almost up.
Where?
Thank you so much. And
where was the interview? Where was the question? Girl, let me look. Let me look a little closer. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the question.
I love that, like, you're so supportive.
I do appreciate that.
So different. I feel like opposites attract for sure. Even in friendship ways and...
Listen, I do appreciate that she's highlighting and showcasing people who support her. That is something I do want to say. Like, I feel like she's getting a little bit better at highlighting the positivity as opposed to, like, the negativity. She's obviously still dwelling in it a little bit, i.e., like, getting worked up over the people who thought she ate too many eggs. But, you know, I do appreciate she's trying to incorporate some more positivity from people.
Like, especially, like, when it comes to, like, watching someone on YouTube, I love watching people who are, like, nothing like me. So I totally get it, and thank you for calling me entertaining, because people have been so mean lately, and I know my content is, like, drastically different than it used to be, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a future video, but...
What else is there to say about it in a future video? You've already explained why your content is different. It's because nobody wants to film on camera with you. Wifey doesn't want to be seen on camera with you. You don't like to film in grocery stores or Walmarts or Targets anymore, apparently. And so now you just, like, have nothing better to do in your videos. You just show yourself opening things up. So... You've already kind of explained all that. I don't understand what's left to explain there, bestie.
I'm just gonna leave it with thank you so much. Like, honestly, you made my day, so thank you.
Work.
Hi, Amberlynn. This is my question for you. I'm a longtime viewer, and I was wondering what you think you could do to mend the relationship with your audience. I'm a general supporter of you. I do have some critiques, but I feel like you always focus on the negativity, and
yes.
say that you're allowed to respond to negativity, which you totally are. But I feel like your supporters are never addressed as much as your haters.
Exactly.
And
what was I just saying? What was I just saying? That's why I was like happy she included that last one in there.
Sometimes that makes me feel like you're not connected with us, and like, why should we support you if you don't focus on us? Thanks. Bye.
Work. Yes, Diva. Great question. Great question. And I mean, honestly, my thoughts on the mending of the relationship with her supporters and her audience is like, you have to keep highlighting the negativity, and the more you highlight, you have to keep highlighting the negativity. That's the opposite of what I want her to do. You have to keep highlighting the positivity and forgetting about the negativity, doing you. If you start posting stuff that you enjoy doing and you really feel like you got a great channel, then you're gonna have people who want to see that and are gonna come along for the journey with you. You know what I'm saying? But the more you just make videos addressing all the haters, I mean, even revisiting the Shrimpgate thing, you know, if you need any other reason to not do another video like that, is because the whole time you spent addressing, like, the negativity surrounding Shrimpgate. You know, which, like, is honestly, it didn't do anything to change anybody's opinion about what happened with Shrimpgate, because in my opinion, in watching it, you just contradicted yourself further over and over and over again, okay? But, like, I think if you really want to move on away from that negativity, you gotta stop addressing it. You gotta stop doing things like reacting to Shrimpgate to begin with. You know, that's how you're gonna move on and shift the narrative. And, you know, people, if they get bored, they're gonna duck out.
Wait, that genuinely made me so sad, because the emotions are coming, the emotions. I don't ever want people to think that, like, I don't appreciate their support, because that's definitely not the case at all. I just noticed that through the years, the hate gets louder, the harassment gets more extreme. With someone who already, like, truly dislikes themselves and has a lot of mental health problems and trauma and things that they need to work on, it is a lot easier for the hate and the harassment and, like, the stalking and
the stalking's new to me. The thing is like, I don't disagree with her. Like, you know, the times where it's been the hardest for me to ignore things in the comments, I gotta put this down, I'm just whipping her around, but the things in the comments and you know, the negativity on my channel has been when I've been in not a great mental health space, you know, but that's when it's the most important to stick to your boundaries, you know. That's why I have the boundaries I have around my channel, because, you know, they're there for me at all times, whether I'm in a great mood or a bad mood. And if you implemented those boundaries at all times, they'd be easier to practice during times of mental health and stress and things like that. I'm not a mental health professional. This is just me sharing my own experience, being a YouTuber, and things that I've found to help. And so that's why I always get frustrated when she's like, clearly goes back to reading the comments and watching reaction channels and things like that, because she's talked in the past about how setting boundaries around those things and not reading the comments and not watching reaction channels and stuff like that has helped her. So every time she goes back to doing it, I'm like, why are we doing this again? Because it's clearly not helping you. Does that make sense? I really do want the best for her channel. I feel like I'm giving some real solid advice, like, from one YouTuber to another, and how to deal with these things. Like, if I could provide, like, a workshop for all YouTubers in terms of, like, how to handle the negativity on social media, these would all be things I'd be saying to all of them, you know?
I feel like I have to stand up for myself, because so many people think that I am lying about this or that, or whatever it may be, and people are just believing the lies, and they're believing the rumors, and they're believing all these things about me that aren't true. And I do feel an obligation to defend my name, because for so long people thought I was someone that I'm not. And
I mean, I think it's a balance, right? Like, you know, I think if we're talking about, like, a major accusation, then yeah, at some point you have to figure out what the line is. Like, there are some things that should be addressed, you know? like there are some things that I feel like you should address with your audience and not lie about and things like that. Like, for instance, I mean, just most recently, I think it's been pretty clear she's been lying about where she's getting weight loss surgery, because she mentioned that it was originally, she said it was out of state, and then she talked about how the storms in her city kept her dietitian from being able to meet with her weight loss surgeon. I think there are some lies that, like, work against her and building trust with her audience, which I think is another important thing when it comes to, you know, regaining and building a different type of audience. You know, when she comes on here and addresses every little thing, like fucking how many eggs were in the omelet she ate the other day, or when she comes on here and brings up old shit like Shrimpgate, like, those are things that nobody needed you to address again. Because one, you have addressed Shrimpgate before, as I pointed out, and two, that happened so long ago that, like, a lot of your new audience probably didn't even know it happened, and the people that did know it happened probably aren't going to have their minds changed by you making a video about it today. The time for that video was a long time ago, closer to when actual Shrimpgate happened. So yeah, you have to figure out the line in there somewhere, you know? Not everything needs addressed.
And it's just, like, continuing. And the only reason is because I never stood up for myself. And it's like standing up for myself does make it seem like I'm ignoring the supporters. And I'm trying so hard not to. And that is why I'm trying to find different ways of communicating with you guys and all this stuff. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I do segments like question of the day or
yeah, but you don't, you do question of the day and Instagram Q&As and shit, but all you do is highlight the negativity usually during those things. That's why I made it a point to applaud you for including positivity here.
Segments with, you know, the voice memos, being interviewed by you, is I want to build a connection. That is why I love you guys sending me letters and messaging me on Instagram and all of this stuff. Like, I'm trying to build a connection with my audience and the people who do support me, and it is hard when there's so many people fighting against you. I'm trying to find, sorry, it is emotional for me. I'm trying to find a balance. Sorry, I was fixing my bra. I'm trying really hard.
Thank you for taking this serious moment to fix your bra. Appreciate it.
And it's just, people weren't, you know, made to be critiqued by thousands, and I understand that this is like a choice that I made, being a YouTuber, but it's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, you only understand unless you've been in that situation, and it's just hard for thousands of people to be so against me. I'm trying to do my best, but just know that more than anything, I appreciate my supporters and the people who, like, see past all the BS and they're able to see my heart. One of the biggest reasons why I stay around. Okay, listen, I get it. It is hard to ignore people who are being rude, vile, etc. I think, like, I don't know that I feel like you really answered that question, though, you know? and you didn't really answer, like, what are you going to do to make people feel more supported? I guess you kind of said, like, that's why I do the Q&As and these voice memo things, but, like, I don't feel like that's really addressing the problem, because you're still, in doing those things, addressing the negativity. And in fact, that's, like, where most of the negativity comes from, you know? Like, like, that's where we see those things. You know, maybe the only part that, well, I was gonna say the only thing that I haven't seen negativity where you're trying to build a connection was the P.O. Box stuff. But even that, like, people are obviously still trying to troll you. I don't know, bestie. I think it's just, like, to some extent, it might be better to just not engage at all. Let's do one more.
One more?
Queen, I love you.
One more? There are still, like, what, 6 minutes left of this video? You want to do one more?
So much. I've been watching you since 2018 probably, and I've honestly seen a lot of growth from you. So I just want to ask, how do you feel about it? And growth?
Where? Where? I'm getting a lot of use out of this little magnifying glass today. Where's the growth, bestie? Where? And don't say anything rude in the comments. I know it's tempting, but don't say anything rude in the comments. But where's the growth come? Because we just watched her react to the old shrimp gate. And, you know, mentally, I don't think there's been any growth. She was still agreeing with the shit she was saying way back during Shrimpgate.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years now that you've seen all of the progress that you have made over these years?
Also, why is she about to be so emotional over this again?
I'm emotional. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the question. And, it means a lot to me that you've seen growth.
Good. Okay, yes, listen. Let me not be negative. Listen to the positive, Amberlynn. Listen to the positive.
And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why my channel is, like, in its flop era.
Is it?
I'm okay with that. Because
is it though?
I also see growth in myself. I'm not perfect. And there's a lot.
Wait, why would you growing as a person, like becoming a better person, have anything to do with your channel being in the flop era?
A lot of growth I need to continue doing. And I'm proud of the growth I've made because I go back and I look at some of my videos from years ago and I'm like, yikes on bikes. Like,
okay.
And it's like it's not even things that I shared on YouTube as well, like private things. Like I have grown a lot.
Well, I don't care about the private things that are happening off of YouTube. like no offense. Like I'm glad you're having some personal growth outside of YouTube. I think that's great. But like we're here to watch your YouTube channel. So I think this person was specifically talking about your growth as they see it on YouTube. I am still stuck on this, like how you think that you growing as a person has been the reason for like your flop era, so to speak, on YouTube, because like I guess is that going back to what you were saying in the Shrimpgate video, that because you think because you're not a train wreck anymore, people don't want to watch you or whatever. But also in that same video, you said when you're on the right track, that's when people are the most supportive of you. Like, I don't understand. I think, like, honestly, truly, the reason that you're in a flop era, if any, is just that, like, you're not doing anything to, like, elevate your content. You're not doing anything exciting. You don't have to be a train wreck to be successful on YouTube. Like, if you showed us anything interesting more often, like, you do occasionally show some interesting stuff, but, like, if you did literally anything else at this point on your YouTube channel that wasn't just sitting here at your desk talking to the camera, I think it's possible you could be out of your flop era.
Like, I'm 32, I'm going to be 33 in December. Like, the person I was in my mid-20s is not the person that I am now, and I know that's hard for a lot of people to, you know, grasp onto. A lot of people go through a lot of...
I will give it to, like, I'm sure you have certainly changed since you were 22. I'm just saying, like, on YouTube, what we've seen on YouTube, it's, like, less train wreck, but more of the same, honestly.
Of changes, especially around your early 30s and stuff. So, yeah, I feel like I'm rambling. But where do I see myself in 10 years? I want to be the healthiest and happiest I've ever been.
Okay, work.
I hope to have a home.
Work.
I hope to be married, happily, healthily married.
Let's fucking go, wifey. Get her that ring.
And I really, really hope that I've adopted. God, why am I so emotional? Like,
bestie, I don't know.
Okay, wow. I've always dreamt of being a mom, and I kind of got that stolen from me when I got cancer, so that was hard. There's so many criteria you have to make to adopt, which I understand, but I also don't at the same time, because, like, I feel like it's too strict to adopt, but too lenient to foster. And there's, like, a lot of foster homes out there that are not good. They're abusive in every sort of way you can think of. Been there, done that. I was in foster care from 8 to 18.
This has taken quite the turn from where the original question started. I mean, happy to hear about your experience, but, like, wow, what a turn we took from where you want to be in the next 10 years.
Obviously, right now, I would not adopt because of my weight. I would not be able to peacefully take care of a child. And I know that.
Peacefully take care of a child. What does that mean? Peacefully take care of a child.
And a lot of people were asking, like, why were you so emotional during it? Like, what do you mean you cried already in your first appointment? Like, it was just your first appointment. No, we talked about some stuff, let me tell you. Because I just wanted it, a lot of it, all out in the open, ready to rumble.
I have a lot of questions about her first therapy appointment. Mostly that it doesn't sound like any first therapy appointment I've personally ever had. But you know what? Let me just listen to old Amberlynn and say, you know, everybody's different. Every program's different. Every therapist is different. So if that's her experience, love that for her. I'll also say I probably cut out a lot of the things that she said. She was talking a lot about like her desire to be a mom and things like that. And I think that that's probably something that is very sensitive to her because of her experience just like growing up in foster care and things like that, but also like having cancer and having that opportunity taken away from her to be able to have it like on her own. I will say that just because I edit stuff out of my video, and I am going to address this because Amberlynn posted on Instagram this thing that like, oh, all the reaction channels cut out the TikToker that talked about fat phobia. Just because I cut something out doesn't mean I'm trying to like ignore that something happened. A lot of times I cut things out because I don't have any commentary to add like transformativeness, you know, like especially because, you know, Amberlynn has criticized me and or other reaction channels for just like fully reusing her content without making any changes to it. And I've always tried to like only leave in the parts that I have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I will say when it came to that TikTok from the TikToker who was talking about fat phobia, I even said, hey, I agree with everything this TikToker said, and I believe fat phobia is real. I just don't think that Amberlynn including this TikTok in this setting had anything to do with what she was talking about. So let me just also make that clear. But yeah, I probably cut out a lot of stuff right before this because I'm just like, I don't have anything to add to it. Just that like, I am sure that it must be hard to process like not being able to have a child when maybe that was something you always wanted to do.
I feel like I'm really rambly. I don't know what's happening right now. Don't mind me. I'm going through a moment.
I'm not minding you.
A moment. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry this got so heavy and it got so rambly and I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point.
I mean, at this point, all your videos is just you rambling at this stand-up, sit-down desk. So, you know, I come to expect that. I don't mind that at all.
I don't mean to be so long-winded.
But you
are.
I
don't really want my being interviewed by you moments to be long-winded.
But they are.
Want to be able to, like, put a spotlight on several questions in one video. But, yikes on bags. I know Alex Ashok says that. I think I got that from him. I don't know, but like I said it one time, like a week ago, and I can't stop saying it. So
what? Again, why are you watching these reaction channels, bestie? Why are you doing it?
Love that for me. Okay, I'm just gonna end this video with a big fat thank you to anyone who actually watched through this whole video.
You're welcome.
Listen to me speak.
You're welcome.
And a big fat thank you to my supporters and
you're welcome.
Are kindly here with a good heart, and I just appreciate you guys so much. And I want more of that energy surrounding my channel.
Thank you.
That is what life is about.
Absolutely,
life is about love and peace and happiness, and spread that instead of spreading, you know, the opposite of that. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye, Amberlynn. All right, well, there you have it. There you have it. Whew, I think, you know, she's got a lot of work to do. If she really wants to make a change in the type of people who are watching her, supporting her, whoever, whatever, she's got a lot of work to do. And a big part of that is going to be to stop giving in to every single little tiny negative thing that happens and do more of the positivity. I also think part of that is like, you know, you still got to build trust. You got to stop clearly lying about things, even if they're little, small, tiny things. Okay, you do have to do that. And that's on you. You know, if you're gonna lie about something, you better make sure you got them lies down pat, girly. And then I think the last thing you're gonna need to do if you really want to change the direction of your channel is you gotta start doing more. You gotta start doing more. You gotta get out and about. We gotta see some more than just the same old, because even your supporters are gonna be like, I can only watch this for so long. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Unless, like, as much as you think it's helping you to, like, connect to your community by doing all these Q&A situations, like, honestly, do less. Because it's what's bringing in the negativity, to be honest. It's bringing negativity into your life, into your world. And you'd probably be better off just showing us what you're doing in your actual life, in your actual world. But, see, I think the reason that you're doing the Q&As and stuff is actually less to do with, like, connecting with your community and more to do with, like, filling content in your videos. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's all I got time for today. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. Make sure to hit the bell button so you get a notification. Also, make sure to hit comment, and by hit comment, I mean leave a comment, hit like, click share, follow me on all my social media. So thank you so much. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye!